In this episode, I'm joined by the amazing KC, a true multi-talent who wears many hats as a fashionista, art director, licensed cosmetologist, designer, author, and a proud mom of a 13-year-old. KC opens up about her powerful journey of resilience, from facing setbacks at a young age to finding second chances and building a new life. She's shared how she turned challenges into opportunities, using personal style, confidence, and creativity to reclaim her identity. Most importantly, KC reflects on the strength she found in her community and chosen family and what it truly means to be unapologetically proud of who you are. And one more thing before we get started, y'all. Can you subscribe to my podcast and leave a review? Can you like on social media and share an episode or two? Thank you.
Hey everybody, welcome to my podcast, Be Seen, Be Heard, Be Proud, sponsored by Mark Nelson Designs. Beautiful denim here in Knoxville, Tennessee, and I'm so happy to be here with my amazing guest, KC. You go by just KC?
I do. It's kind of like some Malcolm X type thing. Like, that's enough.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So here in Knoxville, Tennessee, y'all, my hometown, and I guess I'm going to be talking like this.
Talk with the twang.
By the time I get back to New York. But you know what? Why not, right? We're in this fancy studio in this amazing space. And I've always wanted to have a conversation with you because I'm so impressed with you, and I know my audience will be impressed as well. But before we get started, one important note. Can you subscribe to my podcast and leave a review? Can you share an episode or two?
Ooh, I like that.
Thank you. I think I left out a lot.
That's okay. They understood.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm so amazed when I meet young people who have done so many things in such a short amount of time. Fashionista, art director, licensed cosmetologist, designer, makeup artist. Am I leaving anything? Production?
Yeah, production, author, mama.
Oh, right. Mom of a 13-year-old, the most important job of all.
Yeah.
How do you manage all of that?
You just do it. You don't have to think about it. You can't think about it. You don't have time to think about it. You just do it. Because when you start to think, you start to get overwhelmed. And I get overwhelmed quick. It doesn't take much for me. So the minute you start to think about it, you start to talk yourself out of it. So we're not doing that. We're just going to do it.
I like that philosophy. I would like to know, however, because, we are in a small town.
Yes,
I'm a small town girl with big town dreams, I always say. But how did you have the gumption to even try to do some of those things here in Knoxville? I'd love to know that, because every time I would come home and see you, she's doing something else. I'm like, oh my gosh, she knows how to do that too.
Well, honestly, I feel like it starts to become, you want to start to challenge yourself and take on the risk. It's risky. It's a high to like, can I do this? I know I can do this. And then truly it's about who you surround yourself with. I had a lot of great people around me who are doing these big things. So it made it feel tangible. It made it feel like it's really not that hard. It's just a book. It's just the news. So when you put that just in front of it, it's just like, it starts to make it small, if that makes sense. It kind of makes it small for you to be able to obtain it. So that's kind of like the things that I was doing. And I'm like, okay, well, if they did it, I can do it. If they did it, I know I can. If that person did it, I know I can dang on do it.
Well, but because a lot of people don't have that courage
right,
to do those kind of things. And I'm always interested what gives that person courage. And for me, I've always found, if I did that, then I can take it up a notch. And I can do the next thing and I can take it up a notch. But how did you have that in your inner being? Like, was that from your raising? Was your mama like, you can always do something? Did you have like an easy childhood where everything was just beautiful?
No.
So that's what I want
Immediately now.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah, okay. So, no, I did not have it easy. My mom is very much a motivator, though. My mom, she believes in education. She believes in faith. My mom is a go-getter. My mom has done things. I've seen my mom go to college twice, within just growing up. We always moved state to state, and I never understood why. I knew why we were there, but I didn't really understand why we were there until looking back over my life. And realizing like, okay, my mom was doing what she had to do. So we would move. I've lived in so many places, and I will often get tired of people asking me, are you a military brat? I'm like, no, I'm just
wearing military pants.
Though, period. But at the same time, it's like, no, I'm not a military brat. I didn't even know what that meant. It was my mom just doing what she had to do. She was moving state to state to make sure that she was providing a better life for her and I. And so just with that type of role model off the rip made such a big difference. And then on top of that, life was not easy growing up. I mean, it was pretty easy compared to what I now see my friends and things like that have endured, what they've endured in life. However, when I became a young adult, I did get in trouble. Actually, I went to jail for a week, but I know, for underring.
So what is underring or underring?
Ringing.
So you're charging less for something and you got caught.
That's right.
How did mama
take
that? That's what I want to know.
My
Her
mom.
only daughter.
My only daughter.
I bet
only
you
child.
Oh, yes.
I'm the oldest grandchild, so I have a lot of heat on both sides. My mom and my dad's side. So I got heat. My dad was like, "Don't you watch enough NCIS and CSI? You don't tell on yourself. You know it's a setup." I'm like, I didn't know, and I do watch CSI, but I didn't know. Like, oh my gosh, because I was always taught. My family is like brutally honest, okay? But I didn't realize. I knew they were honest, but I didn't realize how like brutal it was. They always tell the truth. So I was taught the truth will set you free. So I'm thinking like they kept saying, truth got me in jail, honey. Okay. And then on top of that, because my family didn't have the money to necessarily like get me out overnight. No, they left my butt in there, and I had just got my hair done. Like I'm in there like cute, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I hope nothing else happens to me. So while I'm in there, I mean, I thank God. God was truly a fence, because the women that I met in there were fantastic. I don't want to say I had a good time in there because nothing's fun about it, but it could have been a lot worse. You know what I'm saying? It really could have. And it taught me a lot. It taught me to stay humble, and it taught me to just like work for what I want, because nothing is owed to you. And, everybody needs a second chance, because I did several times. I lost a lot of jobs after people did a background check in Atlanta, realizing what I did.
Because they're afraid you're
going to take from them. Absolutely.
But I can also imagine in prison, you're seeing these women who are lifers or whatever.
Well, the difference is I was in jail, not prison. So thank God for that, but yes, you got repeat people in there. And I was titled as a felon. So I wasn't even supposed to get the phone call that I got, but because I was 18, I was tried as an adult. And then on top of that, because the limit of what they combined everybody's price point with, of what everyone took, I got over $400. So anything over $400, $450, at least in the state of Georgia, you're automatically categorized as a felon. So I had a felony record, like a thing, and that's my first. I've never gotten in trouble ever in my life, and then that's my first thing. I'm just in there blinking, looking like Bambi, like I don't know what the heck is going on.
And I bet the embarrassment must have been.
It was terrible,
tremendous.
And that is something that I had to live with for many years.
Yeah,
and so
get that cleared, right?
To get it cleared, after 10 years, it fell off, and then I was trying to beat it to get it expunged off of my record, because again, I was a first offender. I was a teenager when it happened, all these things.
But I think when you have something that traumatic at such a young age, you're very impressionable.
Thank you.
Right? I know when I worked in retail, they, you have to count the money in the morning, and so many number of 5s and so many number of 10s. And I remember one morning I went in and I had opened, right? And the drawer opened and there was a lot of money in there.
Okay.
Like way more money than it's supposed to be in there.
Yeah.
And you're talking about the honesty, right? So the first thing I do is I call my supervisor.
Okay.
And I'm like, I got a lot of money in my drawer.
Yeah.
I think somebody was smoking something when they filled the cash machine.
Right.
And she came down and took out whatever. Now, I didn't know that someone in my department was stealing.
I was about to say, yeah.
And they're trying to find out who it is. So I wasn't that smart.
Right.
But I was like, no, I don't know. That's just too much. So they knew it wasn't me.
Exactly. At least you covered your butt. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. But that's the thing. So because of that one big traumatic thing, and then on top of that, I started to get my life right? So I went to school for I wanted to be a fashion designer my whole entire life. So finally got into school, and that was a whole thing by itself. Finally get into school, and then after 2 years of school, I end up getting pregnant. And now I am a young adult with a baby, and me and the father weren't working out. I'm like, what the heck am I about to do? So coming here to Tennessee, I have something, I got to change my life, and I don't want a dead-end job. I had already worked at a trash company, and I was crying every day. It was miserable. I'm like, how do I go from being fashionable to wearing steel-toe boots and looking like a boy every day? This is a joke. And so here I was able to recreate my life. This is my second chance. I can change my name. I can be whoever I want to be. And so this was the opportunity. So that in itself, my daughter, just what I had just endured, that was the motivation I needed to work through it and to be what I want or what I am now. Yeah.
Well, have you ever felt like you had to shrink yourself though in any of these environments?
At first I did when I first got here. I had to change the narrative. And so, but with all of that and going through a depression because my life still isn't what I want it to be. I'm still trying to figure out what am I going to do. I'm coming out of this bad relationship and I'm like, I just want to blend in. I don't want to look, I don't want to stand out.
Did you think you could blend in, Casey?
No, but yes, I did. I really did.
Mouth?
Right.
Yeah. She's so like out, I love the thought that you thought you could. So tell me about that. How'd that work for you?
It did, and clearly it didn't. it didn't work out. It lasted for a short time. And then I had to.
How did you reclaim it?
Honestly, while I was in beauty school, because in beauty school we had to wear scrubs every day. So that already strips your identity right there. So when I got out of school and now I'm working in salons, the salon I had to actually change my name. So that's how I became KC. And with that being said, I'm like, who is KC? Who is this person? And with that being said, she's not wearing she ain't wearing Hey Dudes. She's not wearing she ain't that girl. KC is a personality. She's that girl. And I'm like, well, that's my business card right there. All my rings, people are going to compliment and they're going to know me for my rings. They're going to know me for my glasses. They'll know me for my hats or whatever it is, but they're going to know that's KC when they see her. And so when I realized that I'm my own billboard, I'm my own business card, that's when it hit me. And I'm like, okay, we don't have to stay small anymore. And on top of that, people want to be me in a lot of different ways. So why would I stop being me when clearly I'm already the it? So
well, I like that.
Like
I'm already the it.
I'm already the it.
I love that actually.
So we don't
that you feel that way at such a young age.
Yeah.
I mean, I was still struggling when I was your age.
And
what would you say to someone who is struggling though, trying to find their way, trying to feel like they belong, maybe feeling like they don't fit in, like because you clearly have your own style, your own fashion, and some of you are listening in the audience today, but some of you are also watching. And you just, you have she's wearing one earring because the other one kept falling off. It kept falling off. And she was like, okay, so it's one today. I mean, I love it.
Thank you. Because it's just about, this is the thing that I tell everybody, personal clients, whoever, friends, personal style is truly about your personality. And if you do not know who you are, whose you are, all of the things that truly make up what you're trying to express, you can never express it. So I had to do a lot of homework and give myself a lot of grace, truly figure out what it is that I love, truly understand all of the things that I enjoy. I love wearing color. I know I'm a vibrant person. So, hone into all of those things. And then the confidence, baby, that's going to sell anything. Just smiling a lot. Hell, that is addictive. When you start to smile at people, they're going to want to ask you a question. You're going to be warm to them, inviting. So knowing these types of things about myself, about my personality, that sells the outfit alone. So, I just tell people, give yourself grace, but also do the hard things, do the shadow work, figure out who you are, face the ugly, because it's going to turn out to be so beautiful in the end. Truly it is.
And I think a lot of times we push that back, the ugly, the bad, the hard part. People see this and they're like, oh my God. And you're like, no, but you want to know, people say to me all the time, oh, I want to do what you do. And I'm like, but do you want to do what I did?
Yes.
Because if you saw what I did to do what I do, I don't know you want to do what I do.
Which is so true.
Because I did a lot.
Facts.
Yeah. I really did.
Yeah.
But what would you say people may have like a misconception of you, and how have you challenged that? Like what misconception do you think people have of you? And how are there misconceptions, plural? And how have you challenged them?
Yes, all of that. I feel like a lot of people think that because I am this warm, vibrant, bubbly person, that I don't have a flip side. That flip side I don't want you to see that side, because that has been the side I've learned to control. Because normally when people are happy and bubbly, that's because this is the life that they're creating. They want you to know the better side of them. But I have been through some things, and those things can make for a dark world sometimes. So I feel people don't believe I can get with you just as fast as I, said hello and all of that. I don't think people really believe that until they try me. They challenge me. I have had many ideas stolen from me. And I will get the lawyers on you ASAP. I will do all of the things because it's like, that's mine. And I came to you with great intentions. And so for you to do that to me is just not okay. And so it has robbed me from a lot of opportunities or experiences, I should say, not opportunities, but a lot of experiences. Just because your trust level now is a little bit more tainted. So I didn't have to go off on people a lot,
So are you saying like a misconception is that they don't know you have that side?
Absolutely.
And I think sometimes, I know for me too, being like kind and nice and that Southern charm,
yes,
people don't expect you to have that side where, niceness doesn't mean weakness.
That's right. That's
it really
right.
doesn't. And then they're shocked.
Yeah.
They're shocked when you turn the lights off. I can't believe she.
What did you expect?
And I'm like, well, you did what you did.
Exactly.
And what am I supposed to do?
What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do? And that's the thing too. What am I supposed to do? I do want to handle this with care and professionalism, but I also want you to know I wasn't born yesterday. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people also, because of my age, that, like you said, how are you able to do all of these things at such a young age? And people are real haters. They are for real mad that you have done the things that they've been working hard to do, and I didn't really have to work, or
it appears like you didn't work.
Right. So
I think a lot of times I find that people are upset that you had the drive to pursue your dream, mm-hmm, and they didn't. Mm-hmm. So they're mad at you for pursuing your dream. And I'm like, well, why don't you go do yours?
Go do yours.
And I'll support you.
And I can't wait to see it.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'll support you. I'll cheer you on.
Yep.
So have you ever felt like a lack of community has prevented you from being able to achieve your dreams, or were you able to, because you said you moved around a lot, right?
I was a young person who was able to thrive here, and I'm glad I came when I did, because it is blowing up now. But the thing that was beautiful is when you are in bigger cities like Atlanta, like a Detroit, Florida, you're a young person, you feel like you're always chasing. You're never really thriving, because you're just trying to chase the bag. But here, it was just coming to me so effortlessly. And I felt like I was ahead of the game. And so I've never felt a sense of community like living here. So I never felt the sense of community in the other places that I lived compared to living here. I felt like my community really rode for me. The community looked different, but it was my chosen family. They were choosing me, and it was beautiful. I mean, these people they changed my life.
That is beautiful.
They changed my life.
So what does being proud mean to you?
Ooh, that's a great question. Being unapologetic. Like, it just means that this is who I am. This is what I believe. This is what I do. Take it or not. I mean, James Brown said it best. I'm Black and I'm proud. Like, I'm really proud to be who I am. I'm proud of my community. I'm proud of all the things that I've accomplished and so on and so forth. So I don't want to be humble about it.
I like that. And how can folks get in touch with you if they want you to style them, they want you to photograph them, direct their video, art direct, all these things?
Yes.
How can folks reach you?
Yeah, they can absolutely hit me up on social media, which is KC. It's just a K and a C. Coleman, Colemon, on all platforms. That is on Instagram, TikTok. Those are the two that I'm primarily on, but it's literally that name across the board. So yeah, please, I'm looking forward to.
All right, keep being fabulous, everybody. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited. So thank you.
Right, cool.
Yay!
Good job.
Thank you so much. This was great.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, this was cool. Thank you so much.